Let me start off by saying thank you to each of you for coming and taking away from your young, busy lives to listen to an old man share his wisdom, judging by my gray hair or their lack of. I do thank you for that. So this is a little wisdom that I want to pass on to you. There's country out there for me, and there's country out there for you too. Somewhere beyond the flats of Oklahoma, the rolling hills of San Fran, the desolation of the Dakotas, there's a plot of land and a corresponding life destined for every member of the nation. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness is guaranteed in our Constitution. There's a toll that must be paid. Adversity in our lives is neither the troubles we face daily, nor is it anything presented by others. No, adversity is the toll that requires our commitment to our occupation, our participation, and ultimately our nation. Involved citizenry is a staple of the American way, and each one of us is vital to the American system. Individually, we are in debt to the country, but collectively, we are subscribers to the American system. As subscribers, we pay off that debt. Adversity will be met and defeated and surpassed. Eventually, you will pay that toll, that debt, just as I believe I have. Eventually, the nation in this country will no longer be the lender and instead be the debtor. Eventually, you will transcend borrowing and will instead receive. I am at that tipping point, the climax of the parabola, the crest of that wave. No longer do I owe my country, but as I walk out of this building and my working life and walk into my retirement, it owes me. It's a long road to that promised country, one I have spent my life traversing, just as you will do. The road to this place, however, is straight as an arrow. You do not need to navigate treacherous territory or masterfully motor over harrowing bends. No, just follow the signs, follow the person in front of you. Your nation doesn't ask for conformity, there's no bumper-to-bumper traffic here. But it asks that everyone does their part and remains on track. You can take your own time, go your own speed. Drive with your hands, your knees, your teeth, it doesn't matter. But keep to the road, trust me. Eventually that promised land will manifest itself on the horizon. Promised by Washington, Jefferson, Franklin and Madison, ensured by Lincoln and FDR and Ike, and created by you, for you, the people of this country. There's country out there for me, and here is country out there for you too. I stand here today a man who has reached his destination, at the end of this road, free of that debt at last. Service to my country came first and foremost. And just as the scarlet ibis had lit the bleeding tree, I too am now free to unfold my wings in the wind and turn my bald head to the ground below. With time I will find a tiny speck, miles below my winged body, in which I will root my talons in the soil. After a lifetime of service, a lifetime of progressing our country and its values, a lifetime of making the soil better than before I had seeded it with my own hands, I am now free to enjoy the fruits of my labor. This soil, which I've toiled over for years, which I've spent my life willingly and faithfully protecting, is now ripe with maturity. This is my soil, this is my land, this is my country. I don't necessarily know where I'll end up. I don't know for certain who else will be there and who will not. Uncertainty is always present. Uncertainty is always certain. However, I do know that the land on which I settle and the life it engenders for me will be the result of my service towards its existence. I paid my dues off that debt. Now I pass that torch that has been my loving burden for 48 years to the next man, the next generation, where younger hands will continue the work of my wrinkled digits. Those hands, the young ones, are now entrusted with the continuance of the American way, and I have no doubt they will. No doubt at all. For hundreds of years, each generation has inherited the duties of the group of Americans before them. Those who received the duties continue the work started, the progress made until they too endow them to their children. But the older generation, those who lead these duties and go off to die, where do they belong? Which state is theirs? Show me that country, that parish. It doesn't exist. It's everywhere. Because this was our country, and now it is yours. They say there's no country for old men. But I'm certain that somewhere out there, there's country for me. Thank you.